The way the money is set up now, the way endorsements are set up now, to me, it's like a no-brainer. You stay in the WNBA.
Yeah.
But if we rewind, it would have been financially irresponsible.
Negligent.
Yeah. Like
really.
every home I own, every like nice thing I have is because I played overseas. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. We're back from the holidays. It's a new year. I hope you guys all had a great holiday season. Hopefully you took some time off. We surely did. Feeling refreshed. It's time to get back into the show. How are you feeling post New Year?
New year, new me. Say me, though.
Say me, though.
Say me, though.
Say me, though.
Shout out to LaMelo Ball for the best thing
Top 3
in his career.
New Year's quotes ever.
He's ever done.
Top 3 New Year's quotes.
It's the best.
Austin's going to be mad you said that.
Yeah. No,
that's
listen.
his top moment.
I mean, it's a classic. It's an instant classic moment.
It is instant classic
New year,
moment.
new me. Say me, though.
So we're back.
Yeah,
we're
back.
excited to get
It's
back
nice
in the
to be
show.
back.
We're actually going to recap some of our old resolutions and then share with you
Yeah.
our new ones. We're also going to talk expansion.
Yeah.
Is it time, Megan?
Yeah. I think it is time, Sue. I'm Megan Rapinoe.
And I'm Sue Bird. This is A Touch More. Let's get into it. Is that like the theme music or is that what your toots sound like?
It's my morning trumpet.
Okay. First up for the check-in, like I said, we are going to review our 2025, not resolutions, intentions. And then we're going to share with you our 2026 intentions. It's a new year. It's our second year of the pod, but we're going to revisit what we promised ourselves last year. A little accountability never hurt nobody.
Ugh.
So let's see how it goes. All right, first up, let's hear what Megan's first intention last year was.
So what are some of your intentions for 2025?
Well, my main intention is to fill the house with plants as much as you let me.
I'm very aware.
And like figure out how to do plants. I just feel like it brings so much life. I feel like and I think it's just something that is like, so like tethers me to something like real that I have to take care of. It's meditative. And then I get to see them grow.
I sounded sick.
So did I.
I'm like, where were we in our lives? Thoughts?
Okay. Well, I sort of like, I half did it.
Because of the nanny?
Yeah. Because I did get plants in the house, a lot of them. They are thriving and they are growing and they are being exceptionally taken care of.
Yeah.
But that's because of Lisa.
Shout out Lisa.
Shout out Lisa Munoz from Leaf in June, who installed all the plants and got them all and also takes care of them. Honestly, we travel so much and it's a lot. And like,
I'm not judging.
I didn't want to
I'm just chuckling at the, I need something that tethers me.
Yeah.
That's real.
Well, it wasn't those. But I have gotten so much joy from them. Also from our Wednesday weekly visits with Lisa. She almost saw you naked that one time.
She did. I was going to tell that story.
Yeah.
You're really...
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, she scared you. It's sort of like this is like something that I manage.
Mm-hmm.
And so you didn't even know that she was like, when she came
coming
or
in
whatever.
At noon on Wednesdays? Nope, I had no idea.
Yeah, but she got some amazing plants in there.
I
do
think we have
love
some
them.
pictures.
Yeah, we've got some pictures. Yeah, so let's
take
show
a
them
look.
on the plants. We've got some life in our apartment. That's a
in
little
our
one that actually had to be
bedroom.
replaced in the bedroom, but it's going to grow taller. Because it was falling over, but we got a little guy back in there. Oh, the bathroom ones.
Those are the ones in our shower. Those are dreamy.
That one is like crawling out the window.
I feel like you water it a lot, which, does Lisa know that?
No, I don't.
I feel like every time you shower, you water it.
Well, it's damp in there.
You pull the handheld thing.
And these ones on the shelves in the bathroom are the best. They're starting to grow and dangle down, which is exactly my vision that Lisa's facilitating. Thank you, Lisa. I think there's a couple more. Oh yeah, that one. We went outside one day. This
one is your plant.
There must have been like an event or something that was happening, and they were just giving plants away.
Yep.
I was like, this is crazy. I grabbed 4 of them. I took them all.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is literally like gold. Yeah, that's on the coffee table.
I love how somewhere in all of these pictures is a reflection of you.
Yeah, well, I had to take the pictures. I had to take
I
pictures
could see your
of my
phone on the
girls.
bottom.
Yeah, Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's my phone taking the picture. That's my plant girl. That's our Jade. She's in the kitchen. She's a little sparse. I'm not totally sure what's happening. I feel like I want her to be like fatter. But it's a work in progress. This is only our first year together. Talk to him all the time. And those are our plants.
Good job.
Yeah.
You lived up to that intention.
There's a couple other like odds and ends, but I couldn't get good pictures of them. Yeah. We have a big tree in the living room. That's a good one that I really do love.
That is a good one.
But yeah, so I sort of have.
You're doing great.
Yeah, I haven't really, gotten my thumb in the dirt yet, but that's still a,
you can do that in Seattle.
Still a dream.
You do that in Seattle. You do that in Seattle.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so you had another intention for 2025.
Yeah.
Let's take a listen.
I think just continuing to like heal my body and try to figure out what kinds of things like feel good and like try to understand my body on a deeper level. I feel like we did have to know our bodies so well, and we had this really intimate relationship with like, sort of like physical, mental, emotional, but all for this one very specific reason and lens and task that doesn't exist anymore. So learning it kind of outside of that has been really hard. That's kind of what I'm focused on. Okay,
progress report.
Established that I was sick. Did I have like microneedling on my face? Was I in the wind? Was it a sunburn?
You were in the wind that day.
It might have been like a facial thing because it looks like oddly perfect, like not around my eyes. I know. I think in certain areas. I don't know. Anyways, I guess this year I'm going to be working on the redness of my skin. No.
Progress report.
Healing my body. No, I feel like I've gone deeper into this and done a really good job. Like what feels good? Pilates for sure feels good. I need to keep up on my weightlifting. I don't really like running. I did try to get into some running this year, and
you did. That's when my shirt got cropped.
I tried to get into hiking a little bit.
Yeah, that's actually when it got cropped.
But yeah, I just think honestly anything like really, really high intensity that requires like just a ton of like, it's not for me right now.
It's not for you, dog.
It's not for me. So
it's not for you, dog.
That's that. But yeah, I am keeping up on like getting massages and trying to like do that because I think that's a big part of it. And then just like keeping, like I have, for some reason, like, I just hold my stress and stuff in my neck as everybody does, but specifically on this right side or my hip or whatever. Like, I think I'm becoming more aware of my body's patterns in a different way. So I'm happy about that. Is it your turn for your intentions?
Sure
okay.
Is.
Let's see how Sue did on her intentions from last year.
Pull the tape.
What about you?
The first one is to unsubscribe from all the bullshit in my email.
I think there's like a hack that you can do. It's just like,
I'm just on I am currently on a mission, and it is tedious. I need this hack, whatever it is, because I've been doing it, I don't know, the old fashioned way, like clicking the unsubscribe button. So I'm going to do this.
Oh, I love
that. The second something pops up, unsubscribe. This
is I'm swiping.
Yeah,
I do see you doing
I waste
that,
minutes of my day on this. So I gotta change that up.
So I just want to acknowledge, what the fuck kind of intention is that? Where was I in my life that was my big intention?
I don't know.
I also want to say that I feel like I know the hack you were talking about. I don't have Gmail. And what I was referring to was...
You do have Gmail.
Well, let me explain.
Okay.
What I was referring to is I have a personal email. I have a kind of a Gmail that I don't use. I then have a work email that's just been added. But I have and I recommend this. I don't know if I said this last year. I recommend this to anyone. I have a online shopping email.
Yeah.
Anytime I have an account, it's this email. That's where I get all this just... Yeah, every now and then I'll tap into a sale, but otherwise I'm like, oh God, I'm like 150, 200 emails a day. So that's where I was. But it is pretty funny that I set that as my intention. And it lasted a couple weeks. And then I was like, I'll just delete them. I can't. Okay. It's too hard.
What I will say.
So not a great progress report for me.
Is because you don't use the Gmail platform.
I do have a Gmail.
Well, like
email.
Our business email is like a Gmail.
I know my other one is
Google platform.
Are you going to make me say it? My online shopping is an AOL account. Are you going to make me say it?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying because
I don't think AOL goes in the Gmail.
The specific app that you use, your mail app, that's the issue.
No, it's not.
Because in your Gmail app, it will parse it out for you. It has like promotions and whatever.
The whole thing would be promotions.
No.
Yes.
No.
That's the problem with this.
No. It's primary, promotions, social, updates.
What's in your primary?
All the stuff that I need.
Like what?
Like an email from Lisa. And some of it's in there.
Spotify.
Okay, some. But for the majority of
I have
the
no
BS,
email from Lisa. It's all promotional.
Okay. That's just the only, yeah.
Maybe you're right. I don't know.
You got a conundrum on your hands that I know. I see
I got to sift through.
Often. Oh, but this is the second year in a row where I'm doing these ones.
Reviewing the play? What are you doing?
That's you swiping through every morning the 200 promotional emails.
It's not how I swipe. I swipe and I go down on the thing.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Get out of my.
Okay.
On to the next one.
That intention.
I don't know what I was
maybe being pulled over this year. I'm not really sure. Okay. The last one that we're going to bring up, and it's actually a shared one and kind of an evergreen one, just in general. Let's take a look. And reading more books. Really getting into reading.
I also want to read more. The way I have generally read in the past, I go crazy for a month. I read like 3 books in the span of like just a couple of weeks. And then I don't read for months at a time. So I want to pace myself a little bit more. My intention, I guess, is to read, 30 minutes to an hour every night and then keep it more regular.
Well, I'll tell you what I did. I read 3 books in 3 weeks and I didn't read again.
She's on
I read
time,
3
folks.
books in 3 weeks and I didn't read again.
Wow. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Okay. What I will say about you don't read books per se.
Oh, I consume.
But you like word for word, you've read as much as anybody this year.
Not as much as you.
No. Word for word. Word for word.
Oh, because I read articles.
You've read as much as anyone. You read a lot. You're not just like, oh, I don't read books. I'm just globbing on social media all day. No, you read tons of articles from like every different side. So you do read a lot. Just the books, for whatever reason, they're just going to stay an intention moving forward to 2026.
Yes, that one's carrying over.
As a carryover, along with the emails and the promotional emails. I did good this year on my quest to read more books. I got really into it at the beginning of last year, which was 2024. And I've really kept up. I've probably read like close to 30 books this year.
Oh, I would say at least 30 books.
Yeah.
You've been a book monster.
I kind of like lost track because some of them are on my Kindle and some of them are IRL. And like some I just honestly forget that
You've been a monster.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've kept up with my books. I have a total passion for reading now. Don't ask me what I've read. I don't have a Goodreads. Don't ask me any of those things, okay? It's a personal endeavor. But I do really enjoy actually talking to people about books and reading the same books and getting recs and giving recs and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I did pretty good on my intentions from last year, I guess.
You did great.
Yeah.
I did not.
You've been doing a lot of stuff, though.
I sounded sick that day. Something was happening.
Something was happening. Clearly. You did read some books this year, though. Do you want to give your favorite books?
Yeah. I'll give my favorite books. I was just actually looking up one that I remembered that I read.
Oh.
That cracked. Literally just now I remembered and it definitely cracks in my top 3. Okay, so I'm actually going to give 4. Breaking the rules.
Yeah.
More or Less Maddie by Lisa Genova, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe how you pronounce it. Can't recommend that enough. We already talked about on this pod 3 Lives of Kate K by Kate Fagan.
Yep.
That was great. I read The Revenge of the Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell. I actually read that on like January 3rd of 2025. That was one of the first books I read that year.
Nice.
So that's one of the ones that I read in the first couple weeks.
Okay.
No, I also did read Like Mother, Like a Mother by Susan Rieger. Again, can't recommend that one.
Gender Special.
Yeah, Gender Special. I would say of those, definitely do Like Mother, and More or Less Maddie. Those are really great reads.
Yeah.
Really great reads. What about you? Top 3 out of your 30 books read. How do you even pick?
I know. Honestly, I've forgotten some. I've read a bunch, but I went back. Not went back. Because, like, what does that even mean? I read Lonesome Dove.
Mm-hmm.
I also then simultaneously heard that it was, like, a trending thing on TikTok, but I didn't know that. So I just want to state that. But I did read Lonesome Dove. It was so good. It was very long. But it was really good. I really enjoyed that. It took me a long time, though. The Correspondent was awesome. I mean, I'm personally powered by Athena Books for my book recommendations. I'm personally powered by Jen Bird. The Correspondent was awesome. I just read, which was a recommendation from Jess, who we work with, Lady Tan's Circle of Women by Lisa C. Oh, wow.
Yeah, you just read that.
Amazing.
Got that one in the nick of time.
Oh, I just read it. I know. It was so good. I sent it to my mom immediately. She loves a period piece. It's like 15th century China or something. The Elements was great.
Mm-hmm.
Wild Dark Shores was great. That was like,
you read a lot
couldn't
of
put it
books.
down.
I'm
The
surprised you
Martyr
could
was
even
great.
Get to a top. Well, that's top 6 now.
I know.
I think I'm gonna have to cut you off. You're gonna keep
Honestly,
going.
I don't. It's like I feel like I'm new to reading like this. I'm still kind of just like figuring out how to do it all. Like I forget. Like really enjoy a book while I read it, and then I forget it. It's also a lot on my Kindle.
Save them on your Kindle.
I actually love reading on my Kindle, but then like I don't have the book to see my physical progress. So I might have to change that in the new year because I like to see what
I would really love for you to not change that in the new year because we already have no space for books.
I'll do it up on the back of the bed.
What? That maybe fits like another 3 books. You're already doing a stack.
Isn't it cute though?
It is where it is. Any higher, cuteness goes out the door. Okay. Megan, what are your new intentions for 2026?
Okay. My intentions are I want to write more. I want to have like a daily writing.
Like a journal?
Yeah, like a journal.
Okay. Or like stories.
No, I mean, I'm not an author or a writer. But I want to write more to have more of like a chronology.
To go back and read?
Of the year. Yeah, maybe.
Whoa.
Maybe not.
I'm like.
Sometimes I go back and read and I was like, whoa.
Oh my God. That's, you just explained my entire notes app.
Yeah.
I go back, I'm like, I don't even understand it.
But I want to like, I think there's something, it's like I kind of want to have an intention to meditate and I'm like, you're not going to meditate. So just like stop that tomfoolery. So I'm just like, I feel like this could be kind of a
meditative writing in your journal.
Yeah. I think it's good sometimes to just like get things out.
Where are you at day to day, week to week, month to month.
Take a little time for myself. I got to find the time during the day.
Love it. You should start using the little nook in our house, in our apartment.
And get all of my stuff off the counter.
That would be lovely.
Yeah. I want to take a photography class.
Mm-hmm.
That is coming soon. I'm coming for that very quickly. I'm really excited about that. I got a camera last year. Obviously, it's been well documented. I need to learn how to use it better, and I want to learn how to use it better. And I just really do enjoy it. And I want to kind of like refine my practice around it. Like, what am I actually trying to do with it? Am I just trying to snap pictures of everything? No, I want to have like a more of a POV. I want to do more sauna. That's it. That's just, I just love the sauna. I want to do more of that. And I want to perfect that soup that I've been making. The Vietnamese like chicken soup. It's just, I've made it twice now. One time was excellent. The other time it was like good, but not excellent. And I really want to like have this be like a signature soup and really dial it into exactly what I want and be able to replicate it every time.
Chef needs a signature dish.
Yeah. So that I want to perfect that soup.
Okay. I'm really looking forward to that one.
It's called Sick Girl Soup.
Sick Girl Soup?
Yeah.
Sick Girl SGS?
Soup. Yes, SGS.
Okay.
Sue? What are your intentions?
Well, I'm feeling a lot of pressure
Just know
now.
we're going to come back to these in
1
year.
I don't think I realized that.
Yeah.
Okay. We talked about this, or I did, with Chris before the new year when Chris Mosier was on.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to do more early morning workouts. Not a lot. Not every day. Not realistic. So I'm like, do I target 2 days a week? Because when you do and by the way, I'm sure everyone's thinking like 5 or 6 a.m. We're talking 8. We're talking 8 a.m. here.
Okay.
But like a pre-breakfast, I guess 7:38 in that window. We're talking a pre-breakfast workout situation. I love it when I do it. Usually it's because I'm forced into it.
Yeah,
like something about the day makes me have to do this. I always love it when it's over. I love eating it feels like such a reward to eat breakfast afterwards.
You love breakfast too.
I don't miss breakfast. do not miss breakfast ever. So I really would like to do that like twice a week. I'll start with twice. Maybe it grows to 3. I don't see more because I also like to sleep and I don't want to skimp out on that. Like I'm not going to, if I go to bed late that night, like, we go out or something and it's like 1, 2 in the morning. No, absolutely not.
No.
That'll get skipped in a second.
I do want to flag. You do these like
only when
regularly
necessary. No.
Okay.
Only when necessary.
Okay. Got it. You want it to be more of a choice.
Yes.
Okay. But
like,
you do these and you love them.
I love them.
And you love it when
so
you
I'd like
do
to
that.
add it more.
Yeah.
Okay. I am becoming like slightly marginally like this much interested in golf. Yeah.
Oh.
And if my friend Brad hears this, he's probably going to pee himself with excitement. And also shake his head because he's been trying to get me to do this for literally 30 years.
Hitting the links?
I mean, I don't know about that. Maybe like hit the range from time to time. I get it. I always kind of avoided it because the obsession, I know the obsession would kick in and there's no end point to this journey. I feel like when people start golf later, you're never going to get as good as you want to be. It's just not possible.
No, because you want to
no, there's always
be on
something
the LPGA.
Well, unless you're a pro golfer, and even then, I'm sure they are always trying to shave a stroke or whatever the hell they call it.
Yeah.
It's like the journey's never ending. I'll never be as good as I want to be. So that obsession scares me, but I'm kind of maybe I'll hit the range or Topgolf more.
Okay. I like it.
Last but not least, I'm 45. I'm now in the year to turn 46, which is closer to 50 than not.
It is.
And I actually feel great. I feel great. So I want to do preventative physical therapy. I know that I have things where I know I'm going to need knee replacement, hip replacements probably. I'm going to need stuff. I've got neck issues, back issues, right? So I want to get on top of this before I am 50 and up and it starts catching up where I can't move as well or work out as much. So I need to I feel it. I'm already a little creaky. I know it's going to be worse in 5 to 10. So I'm I got to start now. Because in 10 years, I don't want to look back and be like, I should have done that.
Yeah.
When I was in the year to turn 46.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So there you have it.
Physical therapy.
Yeah.
All right. I love that for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it. We'll check back. We'll check back, guys.
Those are
apparently we're holding ourselves to this.
See you guys in a year.
All right. So next up, we're going to talk about the fact that 2026
year in women's sports,
shaping up to be, is 2026 the year in women's sports because 2026 is the biggest year of expansion for women's leagues. NWSL has the Boston Legacy coming in, the Denver Summit FC, they join in 2026. The PWHL, it's in its 3rd season. They're already going. They've been going, but they have the Seattle Torrent. They've got the Vancouver Golden Eyes. They went from 6 teams to 8 just in 3 years. The WNBA has Portland and Toronto joining in 2026. But we also have, Megan, not just expansion. We have new leagues.
Yeah.
New leagues. Women's professional baseball, they now have a league. We actually met the number 1 pick last year at the NWSL Championship. Yeah. Kelsey Whitmore. I was like, ooh, you're strong. You could just tell.
Baseball players are strong.
Upper body was strong.
Yeah.
But they're going to have 4 inaugural teams in New York, Boston, LA, and San Francisco. Did you play baseball or softball or anything growing up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you did? Like on a team?
Yeah.
Tell me.
I played Little League and I played softball in middle school.
Does everyone know your Michelle Smith story? Did we talk about that?
I don't know if
Guys, have we talked about Michelle Smith ever? Oh my God, you have to tell. Okay.
I mean, no, I wasn't super competitive or anything. I mean, I felt like I was pretty good. I almost hit a home run one time. I hit the fence. I played in the infield. I played shortstop. But when I was growing
up. Baseball.
No, softball.
Oh, softball.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think when I was really little, I played Little League baseball or something when you're 5.
Mm-hmm. Like T-ball?
Yeah. But when I was growing up, I mean, I was probably 10 or 11 years old. The Reading Renegades were the best team in the country. Mm-hmm. And Michelle Smith played for them. And she also played on the national team. And
an all-time great U.S. softball.
Yeah, all-time great. We just ran into Michelle last year in Cannes. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is crazy. I went and watched you play and bought blow pops and candy at the concession stand while you guys were playing. I think my dad took us. My mom must have been working or something. My dad would take us to their games, and it was lit.
The Reading Renegades.
Yeah,
what a moment.
It was
watching
awesome.
you meet her was like I saw little Megan.
Literally,
it was so
like
cute.
This was like a superstar in Reading.
It was so
cute.
Awesome. It was so cute. That's obviously softball, but there is a baseball league. So back to what we're talking about. Which is exciting. The last real baseball league was the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League. 1943 to 1954. Yeah. We know them as A League of Their Own.
Heard of them?
Oh my God.
Hello.
Who doesn't love that movie?
Nobody. Everybody loves it.
Do you have like a favorite part of that movie?
We don't really remember it like that.
What?
I know.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
You can't pull one thing from that movie.
Is there like a sliding into home situation?
I mean.
No crying in baseball.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose. No,
I like remember the characters, but
avoid the clap, Jimmy Dugan. Thanks. Nothing.
No, sorry.
Nothing. Marla Hooch. What a hitter. Nothing. No memories.
Is that Gina
Dottie
Davis?
Henson? No, Gina's Dottie Henson. Nothing.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Kit? You don't know who Kit is? Who's
yeah,
Kit?
I do.
Who's Kit?
Free Willy.
What?
The woman who played in Free Willy. The woman who played in Free Willy. She was the trainer.
But who's the what character is Kit?
The catcher. No, that's Rosie.
What? No.
That's Gina. You guys, I don't know.
Okay, Gina is Dottie.
Yeah.
Dottie's the older sister. She's the catcher.
Yeah.
Who's Kit? Lay off the high ones. Come on, man.
The shortstop.
Oh my God. What? You've seen it, right? I mean, you're literally crying.
I've seen it.
Have you?
Yeah.
I like the high ones. Mule. Nag.
Sounds funny. Maybe we should watch it again.
What?
Told you I have large periods of blackout. I don't know what happened, guys.
Oh my God. Kit's
Anyways.
the younger sister who's the pitcher. And she gets traded mid-season.
Yeah.
To
Anyways,
the Racine Bells.
excited for Women's Professional Baseball League Day.
Do you know who the Rockford Peaches are?
Yeah, they're the other team.
No, they're Dottie's team.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Well, we're very excited. We're
Tough,
very
guys.
excited about that.
Tough. Yeah. I mean.
No, yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, Lori Petty was in Free Willy.
I know, but that's not what I said.
Oh.
I wasn't asking about her. I didn't want her like IMDb.
Ask me about that movie, though. I'm going to be able to
Go ahead.
have a little bit more. Well, they got him in the tank.
Okay.
Then they had to put him in the truck.
Uh-huh.
And there wasn't a lot of water. He was drying out. So they had to get all the water on him. And then, boom, over the embankment.
Then that's it?
And then
And that's your plot?
the fin came back up.
And
No, the
that's your
fin
plot?
didn't come up. No, maybe the fin came up.
And
they were trying to keep him in there.
And if you haven't seen Free Willy, everybody, there you go.
They were
There
trying
you
to keep
have
him in there. Even though he was sick and dying, basically, they're trying to keep him in there for profits. SeaWorld.
All right. Well,
anyways,
moving
it's
on from
exciting.
that, it is exciting.
Yeah.
There's also the Women's Lacrosse League. It
Yeah.
goes full season in 2026. It's a subsidiary of the Premier Lacrosse League, which shout out to Paul Rabel. He's the one that started that. Men's and women's lacrosse.
It's a subsidiary.
Whatever.
Yeah, sorry.
Women's and men's lacrosse returns to the Olympics. So this is great.
Ooh,
Yeah. It's going to
fun.
build some hype, take advantage of that. Athlete Unlimited Pro Lacrosse, which started in 2020, also exists, but they don't conflict. So
Yeah.
that's very cool. So all this is super exciting. We're definitely going to be keeping our eye out on these leagues, how they develop. But it did get us thinking, especially for you, Megan. We've both been in young leagues. I was in the WNBA in its 6th year, so that's pretty young considering where it is now. But you were in like 2 leagues at their starting point.
The inaugural year of 2
Yeah,
leagues.
the WPS, you were there at the start and then sadly the finish. But then that led to the start of the NWSL.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So take me through the WPS. So what was it like being in a league in the first year of it? And then what was it like when you like got the call that it was folding?
So, I mean, I was obviously in college at the time. WUSA was like a flash that came and went. It was exciting, and then it got gone.
What's WUSA? Tell the people.
WUSA. Yeah, WUSA was the Women's Professional League after the Women's World Cup in 1999.
Mm-hmm.
I think the inaugural was maybe like 2004 or something, but then it didn't last very long, obviously. That folded. WPS was next. I was graduating college in the January of 2009, or basically like the fall of 2008, but in 2009 because I went in a late semester.
Yeah, and you redshirted kindergarten.
2 years of kindergarten. We all know the thing. I was 28 years old. No, I'm kidding. So it was basically starting the spring of the WPS was starting the spring of 2009. I think for me, I was just like, well, thank God I have a place to play. This is awesome. I was already like sort of like in with the national team a little bit. I had made my debut before when I was a freshman or sophomore, had some injuries, came back, was going to like be in that pipeline exiting college. So it was a little bit like both at the same time. I sort of knew that I was going to like at least have a shot at competing on the national team, but obviously to have a league to play in was amazing. I was a part of that inaugural draft class. Second pick.
I was just
in the draft.
Who went first?
Amy Rodriguez.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A-Rod?
Yeah, A-Rod. Yeah, Amy Rodriguez. Can't really argue that. I mean, she's Olympic gold medalist and World Cup winner. So Amy went to Boston. And
you could have been in Boston.
Yeah, I could have been in Boston. And I went to Emma Hayes, current U.S. Women's National Team coach. I went to Chicago. And it was a shit show, basically. I mean, I don't know what to say. It was amazing in so many different ways. We had a place to play, and it was a league. It was wildly underfunded. It was totally chaotic. You just never – I feel like the lasting impression that I have from that league was just like uncertainty in everything from, where you were training that day to what time to is the league going to survive to like all of the larger kind of questions. It's really like not so much a knock on anything. I say it in the context of growth now and understanding like where these teams are even starting at, the expansion fees that are coming in, what is required to even come in. They're going to have practice facilities. They're going to have housing. Everything's going to be organized. Like it was just so new. I mean, it's just like a miracle that we even got games off the ground. Like I just think back to all of those staff members, like God bless you. The people who were like running game day operations for all of these leagues just probably had so much work to do. So it was kind of like chaotic. And then it sort of came and went pretty fast.
How many years?
3 years.
So
3 seasons.
When did you get the call? Like were you mid-season? And then
no, it was after. It was between
like year 3 and 4?
Yeah, it was 2009, 10, and 11 seasons. And then in between, basically like the end of the World Cup in 2011, which was like such a boom for women's soccer. Like that World Cup was huge. Going into the Olympic year, like in between that, folded. Wow. And then in 2013,
so you're playing
like the following.
You're playing in the London Olympics.
And we have no league.
And you don't have a league. That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah, it was wild. Obviously, another league was sort of like getting going again. That's the NWSL, which started its inaugural season in 2013.
What were the differences?
I was allocated in that league.
What were the differences between the start of the WPS and the start of the NWSL? You just described the WPS. Were there differences? Did it feel more official? Was it still like kind of like janky figuring it out?
No, it's pretty janky still.
Okay. Well, you did come in halfway through.
Maybe
your
like
first
a
year.
little more official, but like it was largely
Still
the same. There was some, like Portland was able to play in that stadium and they had a crazy fan base.
Yeah.
Everything else was fucking bootleg, come to find out. And they had a lot of BS that they had to deal with and abuse and all the kinds of things. But no, it was still like pretty bootleg for a long time.
Okay.
Honestly, up until 21, 2. Like, I think that's really when there was like a sea change.
Well, did you ever feel
women's soccer?
Like, what was your anxiety levels in 2012 before the NWSL? Or is it just like there was rumors of it, so you never felt like, oh God, what am I going to do? Or for you, actually, you know what? Why don't you just answer it? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Well, it was a little both. I mean, I was on the national team at that point.
That's what I was going to say.
And so it was like, yeah, obviously we want there to be a league and we were in all those talks and it's like, yes. And also we were like, we can play with the national team. We're playing with them all the time.
So there wasn't
I also
a fear.
went overseas. I mean, not necessarily a fear because I was playing with the national team and solidified on that team, but also like, yeah, we need a league. Like we can't just have like one national team. That makes no sense at all. And obviously to grow the pool and for players to have a place to play and to play games, like we wanted that bad. So yeah, that was the looking back times. What about you? I mean, you came in, what did you say, the sixth season. And what were the
6th year,
what were the vibes in your first year compared to what you thought it was going to be and what like visually you saw in the first 5 years of the league?
It was kind of it was like a both and. So the WNBA when it started in 97 like was hot. I went to Liberty games as like a high school kid. Sometimes in the summer in college I'd go check out a game and it was like popping. Like the WNBA was lit. And when I got there, this is the both and of it. When I got there was definitely a significant difference in the media coverage. I noticed that right away. I've told this story publicly before.
From college to
when I got there
to the W. Yeah.
So I noticed it right away, and I was being kind of like warned in like hey, it's your introductory press conference, which was actually right before the Sonics played, I think, the Spurs in the playoffs, which was very exciting. I went and did a little press conference where they hand me the jersey for the first time, that whole thing in Seattle. And they're like, hey, there's going to be a lot of media here. I was like, okay. I walk in and I was like, well, are they here yet?
Well,
where are they? Because I just come from UConn.
Yeah.
And I just come from playing in Final Fours.
Yeah.
And that was my experience. So that was the reality of like the lack of coverage. But the both and of it was the NBA in my first couple years still owned the league. There was no individual team owners.
Okay.
The NBA owned the league. And yes, they were getting some of the money from all the NBA owners, but the NBA owned the league. So we did everything the NBA did. I had a practice facility. We shared it with the Sonics. It was actually, by the time I got there, Seattle was in their third year. Yeah, I think Seattle was in their third year. So the facility we had our own court, we had our own locker room, we shared a weight room, and we shared like other common areas. Yeah. But we had a practice facility. It was great. I loved it.
Trailblazers.
Yeah. Stayed in all the nice hotels on the road. So like we were in all Ritz's or Four Seasons. We really lived like this NBA life. We did fly commercial, so that was, but that was kind of like, okay. Yeah. It wasn't really a thing. And even though I had chartered in college for most of my college career, there was only like a flight or two in my whole college career we didn't charter.
It's wild.
Even that, it was like, okay, I get it. Like we don't have the money to do that. It wasn't a big deal. But then very quickly, so I started on a high, but then after a couple years, it started to kind of like go down. And that's really my experience was like I started up here, and then slowly the league kind of like dipped, and then did just, I like to say we plateaued, but I think we just kept dipping. But it did just kind of like, it had dipped so far. I don't think we could have dipped anymore, but then it did just like stay steady in a plateau of a dip, if you will, for a very long time until it started to come back around. It had like moments.
Yeah.
Like little like, maybe, nope, maybe. Yeah. And then 2019 heading into the 2020 season. It was the bubble season that like really started all of this. Yeah. And then obviously now the league is what it is. I never felt that way though.
Yeah. I was going to say, was there ever any real warranted anxiety that the league was going to fold?
No. And I know that was a reality. I'm not like blind to the reality.
Yeah. But it didn't feel like that.
I was playing overseas.
Yeah.
A big,
that's your like
things happen for a reason. I can sit here and say, I wish that the investment in women's sports and women's basketball specifically, and the WNBA specifically, had happened sooner. I wish they saw it. But there is a reality to, we were all playing overseas and making our money over there, and we weren't really like present enough to capitalize on it in a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so this is just the facts. I think I can definitely look back in time and it's like, it happened when it happened for a reason. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
There's obviously the argument that because we were playing overseas or because things weren't invested in, we had to go overseas. But still, I never felt the threat of the league folding. Even in the CBA years where it's like, this league could fold. I was like, no.
Yeah.
That would be a big PR stain. I don't think the NBA is gonna let that happen.
Yeah. I mean, I was just gonna say because the NBA was like,
So I never felt that way.
Huh.
So I never had to think of a plan B. I never had to. Yeah, I was always on the path.
Yeah, the W always felt more like stable. If not growing, okay, you went through like years of plateau suppression, I would argue, from lots of different people in lots of different ways.
Mm-hmm.
But it always just felt like, well, it's never like going away.
I know.
Whereas our leagues were folding left, right, and center. I played in
I know
2 inaugural leagues in like 4 years. And another one, WUSA just folded.
Mm-hmm.
WPS folded, obviously, and the NWSL is going strong now.
Okay.
It is just cool, I think, in general, what I see when I think about, what we just talked about. NWSL, we have 2 new teams coming in. The PWHL, 3rd season, adding 2 more teams, WNBA adding teams, is like just the amount of money and this time it takes for that kind of expansion. Like real money is coming in. I mean, we talk about all the time, there's like a lack of inventory in women's sports of it's like you can either buy a team or like do Unrivaled or something like that, or be a brand and sponsor players, or, that's kind of it. And there's just like so much more coming in now. There's like across all sports, in different leagues, different sports leagues starting, obviously the baseball league starting, lacrosse league starting. So that is just like a total watershed moment. I just don't want that to get lost in how incredible the last couple of years in sports have been. And yes, certain sports are more popular, whatever, but it's like the rising tide has lifted all boats and just the entire landscape is booming.
Yeah. And specific to the WNBA, I think, but really all women's sports, it's like society finally caught up with us. And that's what I mean by, I just don't know if it would have happened any sooner. I don't know if it happened any sooner.
I mean, it didn't. But yeah. Okay, we got a little voicemail specific to you asking Sue a hypothetical about her early career. Well, take a little listen here.
Sue, I've got a question for you today. I was thinking about the comment you made about, NWSL players having to choose between NWSL and the WSL because it's in the same season. And so I was curious, had that been the situation with the WNBA early in your career where you had to choose between that and playing overseas where there was a lot more money, do you think you would have made that choice in the beginning to make that more money overseas? I'm feeling like players, if it was the same situation now, wouldn't make that switch. But I don't know. I'm kind of like hypothetically wondering if that would have squashed the WNBA early on.
Great question. I think the short answer is yes. I would have chosen overseas
for 10X.
I do want to establish that it is not the scenario now. If I was, 20, whatever, 3, 4, 5 years old in the WNBA, exactly the same person, exactly the same career, no, I would not go overseas. The way the money is set up now, the way endorsements are set up now, to me, it's like a no-brainer. You stay in the WNBA.
Yeah.
But if we rewind, it would have been financially irresponsible.
Negligent.
Yeah. Like
really.
Every home I own, every like nice thing I have is because I played overseas. The WNBA like gave a little bit. I'm not going to try to. And so, and I don't want to, it was similar back then where you had, your shoe deal or whatever endorsement you did happen to have. I had an American Express commercial. Honestly, one of the best WNBA commercials of all time. I'm just going to say it. Yeah. So I did have moments of that, but it wasn't frequent enough to keep me from going overseas to get my money there. So thankfully that never happened. I'm so glad that I got to play in both. But yeah, if you put them next to each other, again, it would have been irresponsible. It's not even, I had a mouth to feed, my own.
Literally, yeah. I'm so happy that players don't have to make that decision.
Same.
Anymore.
That's why
it's great.
it's a great question because I genuinely feel for the NWSL players. That sucks to have like opportunity in all these places, but you have to decide or choose. And no matter how you slice it, you're leaving something on the table. Yeah. Whatever, couple things or pros are on one, there are cons and the reverse is true. So yeah, that's tough. But yeah, it just would have been. And your national team play isn't predicated on the WNBA. Mm-hmm. So you could do both there. I'm trying to think of other just like variables if I'm missing anything. No, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. She was gone, folks.
I would have been in France earning the francs. I would have been in
Russia earning the rubles.
Yeah, I would have been taking all that for sure.
Yeah.
Crazy. And I would have had summers off.
Whew. That's nice.
Yeah, it would have been nice. But I honestly, when I had that U.S. Women's National Team Camp back in December, one of the best parts was there were a lot of coaches and GMs who came to watch, just like checking out their own players, probably checking out free agents. And I got to like spend time with them, after practice and whatever. And some of the just reminiscing that was happening of all those days in the WNBA, because let's be honest, like every great memory from, a season is something that's like just funny that happened, right? There was an era where we had to stay in Holiday Inns in the WNBA. And so we were all just cracking up at all of our memories of all the terrible, I shouldn't say this bad about Holiday Inn, but it's like compared to, we had just come from the Ritz, it was a little different.
It's a downgrade.
But there was one Holiday Inn we all liked, and it was the one in Tulsa. And it's because they had a really nice restaurant bar grill situation and that we all hung out with because there was nowhere else to go. And it brought this like amazing memory.
Yeah.
So just to piggyback off of what I just said, I would have had summers off, but no way am I trading those memories. Absolutely not. The commercial flights, the 15-person travel party where we're like figuring out who's getting the bags at the baggage claim and how this is that and that. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Where are we going to dinner after the game?
Yeah.
They don't get to do that now that they charter.
Yeah.
Wouldn't trade it for the world.
A lot of memories.
So many hilarious stories.
Yeah. A lot of bonded.
So great question. Great question. And now we haven't done this in a while. Are you a Megan or are you a Sue? This week's edition, we're gonna show you a clip.
This is brought to you by way of meme.
Yeah, we're gonna show you a clip to showcase this next. Are you a Megan or are you Sue? I wish this was live. The music makes it. I wish this was live so we could take a in real time poll of who they think of the two of us does that. But the are you a Megan or are you Sue is, do you finish the food on your plate, like clean your plate, or do you leave half a tater tot like a psychopath? Who are you, Megan?
Hi, I'm Megan, and I leave half a tater tot on my plate.
On the regular.
I don't know what it is. I never even noticed it until you came along.
Well,
I was just living
because I clean my plate.
Leave
so
one
I'm looking
left.
over like, what's over there? How did she even leave that?
Can I have it?
Stopping myself from eating it. Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It honestly,
you could feed a family of 4 at the end of the year with all the food you leave on plates. It's wild. But you just can't do it. I'll be like, you don't want that last bite? You're like, the funny thing is you're like, I can't.
I don't even know what about it. I don't even know what happens. It's ridiculous. I know it's ridiculous now that you brought it to my attention so often. It's just, it's absurd. And I'm just like, I'm done.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's just, I really enjoy my meals.
You do.
And I'm eating all of them.
You do. Yeah. Like you've completed almost every meal we've ever had.
Yeah. Something's up. Something's up.
Yeah.
If I'm not finishing it off.
Yeah.
Something's up.
Bad tummy. That's the only thing that stops you. Bad tummy is the only thing that can slow you down.
Remember the one time we were in New York and we were walking to get ice cream, but all of a sudden I got a bout of bad tummy and I was like, we have to go home. I got bad tummy. And then we were walking home and we passed this place I've never seen before. And it's not even like I don't even know what it is. It's not a brand.
It's
just a
weird
big sign.
storefront on like McDougal and like
it's a big sign that says
Village
chocolate dip. In the middle of my hustle to get home, I went, ooh, chocolate dip.
It was like a cane, like from a cartoon, like a cane grabbed her neck and she was like, oh, chocolate dip. Anyways.
All right, let us know. Are you a Megan or are you Sue? Call us at 1-833-TOUCH-8.
Oh,
Let us know.
So funny. Sorry. Okay. The last and final. What do you have a little bit more time for, Sue? And by a little bit more time, I mean a touch more time.
Just a touch more, a little bit. Just a touch more. Yeah.
So this actually came out on December 3rd, but I'm sure it hung tough. I saw it on Together. It's from Genius Sports HQ. WNBA fans topped the list for holiday spending. A list of what the average sports fan spent for the holidays came out, and the WNBA, number one, average of $558. That was followed by NFL fans, then NHL, MLS, MLB, NWSL came in at $454, ahead of NBA fans.
Let's go.
Ahead of NBA fans.
Love that.
So two of the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 or so
Pretty good.
teams. Yeah, women's teams. So I had a touch more time for that. Megan, what do you have a touch more time for?
I have a touch more time for the connection between boss bitches in the C-suite and girls playing sports. This is an amazing collection of stats. Also from Together, they put out, this definitely hung tough. 94% of female C-suite execs played sports when they were younger. 69% of women earning $100K in leadership roles played competitive sports. 80% of Fortune 500 female execs played sports growing up. 67% of women believe that they have carried the skills and lessons from sports into adulthood. Basically, the longer girls play sports, the more likely they are to hold formal leadership roles. And we have talked about this before. I feel like we know this in our life. We're seeing it play out in real time, definitely now with the increase of actual opportunities for women in women's sports. Most often, historically, we've seen a lot of women in sports, but they've gone to the men's side. And it is amazing to see how so many women of these new franchises, teams, whether there's presidents or coaches, obviously the players, so many of these leadership roles are being filled by women. And it's just a place where girls can just be themselves, build confidence, build self-confidence, obviously build all the skills that we always talk around women's sports, communication, leadership, learning how to fail, learning how to succeed, all of the things. So we're just going to keep pointing that out because I just loved all of that. The longer girls play sports, I just feel like the more confident they are.
Yeah, and the numbers prove it.
And the numbers prove it. We got the numbers to back it, y'all.
All right, that's it for this episode. We will see you next week.